No intro today. Hey, well, this is the intro we got today. Check out the Just Tainow website now that y'all are here. A lot of awesome work. We can come together, share your psychedelic stories, catch up on all the latest Thai psychedelics. Get your t-shirt, grab it all. You see it right there. Just Tainow. Just think about it. Tainow store, come in, explore. Tainow store, come in, explore. Yeah, you know. Yes, yes. Thank y'all for coming on by. Let's get this. Discord is open if y'all want to come in and talk. We can chat it up. Shout outs to everyone. If you're having a wonderful morning, evening, night, midnight special, whatever time is coming at you. Enjoy this energy. Take part in this energy now. We can start the conversation. That's where we combine our minds with our hearts. See what our gut mind is saying. Let what combine all them circles. Let whatever come out. Just come on out. That's how you just tie. That's how you just tie. Just tie. Just tie. Just tie. But yeah, let me jump into the YouTube. Hopefully everything is going fine and dandy over there. Okay, here we are. Just die, just die. Oh, is this still like a vocal thing? Sorry about that, guys. I just let the vocal changer on. That's just the way this episode turned out. Let me pop out this chat real quick so it can pop up on YouTube. Sorry about that, guys. Where y'all are. I just let the vocal changer on. That price had is so funny. But it was legit though. This chat real quick. It was Tajit. So it can pop up on YouTube. Sorry about that, guys. Where y'all are. There we go. Just let the vocal changer on. All right. And then we got the Facebook on. Remember, y'all can check out the Facebook as well. If y'all on Facebook, like Just Ty, go live on there. It's the dual stream between the Facebook and the YouTube. All right, so let's keep it up. Let's say all right for like a fifth time. All right. And keep it moving. Where's the thing at? What thing? There's some music I wanted to play in the beginning, you know? And that was like... Now it disappeared. There we go. I want to play this just to get some more warm-ups, get into the atmosphere, talk about the Great Conjunction. Questions, ideas on it. The Great Conjunction. What's your function? I'm always tying, never just surviving, still living, doing it all for my kid. You know that's just how we live. I'm always kidding. But that serious shit I say good riddance to. But I'm serious as shit. The new year don't bring your new shit into it. None of this rhymes, but it's all time just a bit. I just love playing around. Yeah, share. Let me share this video so I can get around. I can find out where I am. There we go. Share this on Facebook. Welcome to the Psy Tai Podcast, where it's gonna last to infinity. With all this fucking energy that's in me, we spell that energy with an I-N. Shout outs to Oyayi Carter, not Jay Carter, cause he ain't do shit for me, but make me smoke a lot of tree. But please just let me be. I just got a vaporizer, I'm getting much higher. Probably get that DMT, that DM tie. Yeah, I'm getting high. But yeah. Let's start the show. But this beat is nice, by the Alchemist. That's the currency, Jet Life. Hey, Exile. I was coming in Because I'm hearing all this talk about the great conjunction, the planets aligning in the sky, portals opening up, everybody going to finally wake up to what's going on around them. Their third eye going to pop up. It's going to be new beginnings. All this stuff is going to be going on. That's what all the YouTube videos popping off saying. Type it in, this what all the articles are saying on astrology.com and all that other jazz. But I just want to ask y'all, what does it mean to you? What does all of this mean to you? What is going on? Do people even know what they're talking about when they talk about the Great Conjunction? Why is it so great in the first place? Who knows? Who knows? That's what I'm asking. I did a little research myself. Asked the Thai, went on the Thai side, tried to get some answers, experiences and see what's going on. And what I just gotta say, yeah, we got all this stuff. Y'all know about the Great Conjunction as well, too. They says when Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto is going, well, Jupiter and Saturn, most of all, is what the astrologers is all hyped up about, and astronomy. It's going to be aligned in the sky, like with less within zero, like point something degrees. So it's going to look like they perfectly lined up in the sky, even though the scientists also saying they really far away, but from the angle. But that's besides the point, because I'm talking about the astrological charts and stuff. On the charts, they're going to be right next to each other in the same sign. You say you have no idea what the conjunction is. I just know it has something to do with Saturn and Jupiter being close together. Yeah, and that's what I'm bringing up, Venom Bang. They had the great to it and all of the stuff, like it's about to change history. Like nothing has been changing already. But yeah, it's a lot that's going on because 2020 and all the hypeness around it. But when you really, I'm jumping around. Sorry about that. And that is in the sign of Capricorn. And they say, oh, it's in the earth sign. It's a great conjunction and people going to wake up. But I was listening to O.I.E. Carter. He's a guy that used to work under Kalindi I. I always got to say his name, but salutes. But he was talking about the great conjunction again to this morning. And he's pointing out some fine details in my line of research of this is always happening. Like, people get caught up. And before I jump into him, what I got to say is, like, adding anything great into it is always going to excite the human mind in times of turmoil. We've been through so much this year, so much traumatizing things. A lot of people have been losing jobs, the COVID-19, Donald Trump, elections, corruptions, police shootings, all of these things going around. So when somebody's popping up saying, oh, it's the great conjunction, this didn't line up like this in thousands, hundreds of years, and now it's the time for change. That builds up a lot of hope in people, a lot of hope. But that's what creates a lot of room for charlatans as well to get your money. Or have you think that you got to prepare for something that, wait. Let me see if this works. Oh, wait, what? I guess I messed up. Wait. We should already been getting prepared. Just tie. Hey, it worked. I got a soundboard, so I don't always have to say it. Level up over here. But yeah, it gives room for people to take advantage of not knowing things, because it's a lot of astrologers out here and that really, really know what they talking about, what they tying on. No, nobody knows what they talking about. Everybody can tie. Anybody can tie. All you gotta do is start talking. But yeah, and there's a lot of astrologers as well that have like little bits of information, like I say, to try to grip your attention so they can get hits on their website or have you sign up for their course, or just play some news. Like when you turn on the news and they extrapolate or big up something, but the people that was actually there, like, hey, it didn't really happen like that. It ain't really like that. That's just how the news portrayed it. And also, so I keep hearing how there's going to be blackouts. A lot of people are saying the government is going to stage a blackout around Christmas. Has anybody else heard of that? No, I haven't heard of that. Nope. Venom Bane, that's wild. People just want something to happen, and they like, man, if even the stars have to do this, then the stars is going to wreak havoc on humanity because we're just slave to the stars. And once it go, hey, man, some things, shit is going to happen. Another thing, we ain't slave to no stars. In astrology, you got your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign. You have all of those awesome things, but those are things that work for you. You in the center. Shouts to OI for just reiterating a lot of things. Like you in the center of the wheel, working and using all of those tools and conjunctions and oppositions, like how the signs can oppose each other. I mean, the planets can oppose each other depending on what house they're in, and like all of the science behind it. It's a huge thing. So he just jumping into it, say I'm this, I'm a Sag, or I'm a Capricorn, or I'm this, or I'm that. Don't really mean it. Just like mean to me. It mean like you still figuring out, finding yourself, finding yourself. Hey sup, I said hey sup, hey Sahi, sup, what's up? Welcome, welcome. But yeah. I'm laughing too hard at my own sound effects. Kalindi E. Okay, Kalindi E. But yeah, we the center of the zodiac. So yeah, I don't know much about astrology. All I know is I'm a Taurus. Yeah, we just finding that out. I have a lot of things, but when you look at it, OIE son. Oh, you know the bro. You know the bro then. OIE son. That's the guy you be kicking game. Because I don't listen to all astrologers either when I be trying to brush up on my techniques. Because if you don't do mushrooms and stuff, you probably believe in it a little too much for me. Where you don't remember that you all the aspects of the zodiac at one time. Or that you're the center and you coming to the beam. Excited this rim like a boss. Yeah, he did. He here right now. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But yeah, and the more I dig into it, the more I'm gonna share and express it with y'all. But if I can't say it off the cuff, and I share a lot of astrology things too. I just put it into my own language. But yeah, the conjunctions and everything. I was also seeing how all of these conjunctions has already been going on. Everybody's saying the planets align like this. Where is that? I had this page that is not here anymore. Oh, Planet Watcher. That's the website I had open. Look, this December 16th, this today. And you see how they all right here in line, people saying, oh, when the 21st happened, it's going to be 0 degrees. So they conjunction with each other. There it is. So these dots right here mean they're already conjunction. And that was the other cool thing. How you say the name? Something Mr. I was gonna say Mr. Sun. Mr. Golden Sun. Maybe it'll make the trip more special. Hey, Dr. ZZ. I'm doing all right. Yeah, whatever's special to you, Venom Bane, you know how to make it work. You an interdimensional traveler. You ain't caught up in the sauce. Whatever you think ain't going to work. But yeah, look at this. And then 0 degrees. But then when you keep going back, they've been conjunction. They've been conjuncting. However you say the word. Go back to November 10th. See the two dots right here, they mean they're in conjunction. Conjunction in astrology means they're within 10 degrees of each other in the same sign. So the thing people been waiting for, that moment, been happening. Here go October 11th. They still conjuncting. September 11th. August 11th. January 13th. they always been conjunction. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I am saying.
Just tie.
Yes, yeah. And it was something else. What was last year? Oh, look, last year. Hold on, where they at? No. Let me go back a bit. Month. Just looking at this, February 2019, they're in conjunction. No. Wait, let's keep going. Keep going. Yeah, I think I already showed what I was trying to show. Is that the portal that I saw in some titles saying the portal going to open up and stuff? The portal already opened. What people think people been waiting for? Hey, good morning. Give me a high five. Yeah, take the heater. The thing people been waiting for already happened. So the people that's already been getting prepared, been talking, been diving into yourself, been seeing what's going on in your mind. Hey, salutes, because y'all already on top of it. Hey, she speaks for snakes. Oh, you can't hear me. Hold on. I don't think I turned my mic on. Hey, Exile.
Yo.
Hey. Talking about these signs and stuff.
Yeah.
How your day going?
It's a
Thanks for
beautiful
coming on
day.
through,
Thank
too.
you. How's
Thanks
your
for
day?
coming. Hey, it's all right. I woke up and then I was just like,
Yeah.
I want to do a show. Talking about these signs and stuff.
What up?
Hey, Rape the Matrix. What's up, Rape?
How you doing, bro?
Chilling. Just
That's
staying on
good.
top of everything.
Yeah.
Not getting lost in the sauce and the fear that everybody trying to put around. Or even the
Yeah.
awakening. False excitement. Because I used to, like something just going to pop out of the sky or something like that. But then to the people on mushrooms and stuff, it actually is.
Hell yeah. Sky move. Be dancing and take some shrooms.
Anything new over on your side? I ain't talked to you in a long time. RTM.
Oh, sorry, bro. My phone went off the screen. Yeah, I'm chilling, just getting better finally after a year and 2 months. Having an infection that long, bro.
Dang, bro. Yeah, I remember last time you were saying you was sick. Then he dipped off for a while.
Yeah, I was resting.
That
That
Glad
shit
to
was
see you
not
in this
going away.
reality.
Yeah, I'm here somewhat.
Cool. That's that energy. You got some good energy then. You dive in ever since? Or you just was taking care of your body?
Yeah, I've been just taking care of myself pretty much. And I've done shrooms a couple times. Just I was having a rough day, and so I took them, and they made me feel better.
Cool.
Made me settle down.
Nice. Yeah, you're going through an experience all in his own, being sick like that for a whole year.
Yeah. I've never
eventually
had
got rid
that.
of it.
I took an antibiotic that I had sitting around for a long time over the different high, like dollar antibiotics they were giving me and all this crazy shit. Over a year and a half, I took like 4 different types of antibiotics, and one cycle was for 45 days. So I was nauseous for 45 days straight, and it would clear it up, and then it would come back within like 3 days after I quit the antibiotics. So I was like, fuck this. My doctor said, don't take anymore and let it see how it goes for a while. And within a few days, it was getting bad again. And I just said, looked in my box. I have a box full of medicines that I haven't taken. And there were some antibiotics, and I started taking them. And that's finally what killed it.
Good.
Yeah. Dude, Bitcoin's up high as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, it's at 19,000. I was at 20 now?
It's at, yeah, 20.7, almost to 21. I sold out when it was at 19.8 because I didn't think it was going to go any higher because I looked at all the trends, and I was wrong.
It's just going to keep going up. It's going to surprise us. And the people that's in it is going to just benefit off of it.
It dropped the other day to 17. That's why I was like, I'll get a little. And I sold out at 19. Made a
Nice.
little money.
Yeah, it's gonna get wild. Digital money and everything. But
hmm
everything's getting pushed towards digital currency, digital
I
life,
guess Facebook's coming
meetings,
out with one too.
their own cryptocurrency.
Libra.
Yeah,
Oh,
shit is
Libra.
crazy.
Oh, I heard of Libra. It's gonna be Thai coins soon. We're gonna be in the mix. Exile got some things going on over on Hipcoin.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
They're
Dr.
starting to
ZZ. Uh-huh.
they're starting to pop people on Bitcoin now too, and they're being able to trace it somehow. I read some articles
Hmm.
Well, Bitcoin's
because I was
a
looking at the
public
trends,
ledger.
and you see articles like that. And I guess there was a vendor on the dark web, one of the big ones.
Since Bitcoin is a public ledger, you can look up the address of each
Shitty deal.
individual, who has what and which
I
address.
don't know what to do with it, man. It's tempting to want
Can
to
you hear
buy
Exile
more.
talking? Can you hear him when he talk?
Oh, you hear me now?
No, I'm saying, can you hear Exile? He was saying something.
Oh no, I couldn't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Let me see what's up. His
Nope,
volume's up
can't
on
hear.
my thing.
He can't hear you at all, I think.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, he was on mute. I don't know how it did that.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Everybody,
Hey,
Yo.
Wild Man Ninja.
I was just on what's his name, Ruben, to help find the others, and he's talking about Bitcoin too. What's going on?
What's up, bro?
Hey.
So Bitcoin is a public ledger. You can look up, say you get Bitcoin sent to you, you can go and look on publicly what that address is on a on a website, and that's
Yeah.
public information. All the Bitcoin addresses are public information, but there are cryptocurrencies that hide or obfuscate or ninja-ize, do it stealthily. Like
Hell yeah.
pirate.black is a cryptocurrency that as soon as the coin is mined, it goes into a private address. There's no way to trace it.
Oh, that's cool. That's what I
Private
would
dot
fuck with.
black.
Well, there's still metadata on your computer that a hacker could probably get that link up with certain data, but it's a lot harder to get than Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that.
I don't doubt it. Like you said, it's a public thing, and people want
Mhm.
money. And if people looking at this like this all data, which it is, and they got the tools and technique, they're like, hey, fuck you. I got your coins. But that's what's going to come into it because I don't want to shy away from it. And then in 5 years, 10 years, still be running the broke boroughs because everybody else is on this digital currency or anything like that.
You did
Mhm.
touch on something very important, and since we brought up cryptocurrency, and I have a little bit of knowledge on it, the
What you
slang goes, not your keys, not your coins. All right. So if you don't hold the private keys,
Uh-huh.
if you don't hold the keys to your house, whose house is it? If you don't hold the keys to your car, whose car is it? So you got private keys and you got passwords that secure those coins to you. Now, if you have it on a Coinbase, if you have it on like Cash App is not your keys. Those aren't your coins. So if Cash App goes down, if somebody hacks Cash App, there goes your coin. So there are ways of getting your cryptocurrency secure. You could do it on a paper wallet. You could secure your
Yes.
cryptocurrency on paper and and have it in your brain. That's why Kalindi talks about it's like psychedelic, because you could walk across from Madagascar to China with $3 million in your brain.
Long
Mhm.
as you remember the key.
Right.
I used to do that when I first had Bitcoin. They was telling me to write the password on a piece of paper, like write the key and stuff, and don't share it, hide it, and all of that. And then
Right.
that's why when years later I saw they had the Cash App, like how you said, I was like, wait, they making this easier, but like this can be hacked. Like it's public. It's
Yeah.
connected to my debit card. They know my name. I had fake names and everything with my old Bitcoins.
Mhm.
I don't have access to those anymore because I lost the paper. But it was only like $2 though. I'm gonna find it. It's gonna pop up.
Man, I was on the internet when I was down and out for like a few years, just trying to ask people for money. I went on social media and I said, anyone, send me some money, I'd be grateful. And people started wiring me money through Western Union, but someone sent me Bitcoin, and I didn't know how to access it, so I never did anything. So I'm like wondering, I wonder if it's still out there, but I don't know any passwords or anything. I think that would be cool if
Yeah,
I could like log in, find out that I have like 1,000,000 Bitcoin just sitting there.
that's one of the
Jesus.
things. A lot of people have, over the time have put energy and time and money into creating and mining this Bitcoin, but then, you lose your computer or
Yeah,
something gets hacked or, so
I
that's
don't got
a
no
lot of Bitcoin have
password,
been lost.
no key. Yeah. I got
Yo,
no
if you
keys to my
find
bit.
that, bro.
Oh, I need to do some serious investigating, find out who
They got
sent it
those
to me. Do they still have the password? How do I get it?
Go in the deep
those
web and hire somebody.
those mine
Right.
those you see those mining operations they've showed on Vice, that damn set up in Siberia and Iceland and shit. There's like warehouses filled with
Yeah,
cryptocurrency miners. It's unbelievable.
Whoa, that's
Millions of dollars put into it.
crazy.
because the heating it's
Whoa.
and electricity, it's cheaper out there for those things.
Yeah, and they can just open like these fans that are
Hey,
it
K.
cools the
Smith.
whole building down in seconds. They said
Yeah,
because it's so cold outside, and they just open that up and it cools down everything.
Oh, that's why it's out there. That makes sense.
Yeah, it saves a lot.
Yeah. And for those of y'all out there who know mining Bitcoins and stuff, they using expensive computers with all these GPUs and stuff to do some technical stuff. And they can get Bitcoins like that, but you need expensive computers. You know what they do, Exile? The technical
yes,
jargon?
sir. Yeah, so like when me and you are talking, we know what each other is saying. But in
Mm-hmm.
like crypto and cryptography, we'll jumble up the words intermittently so nobody in the middle could hear it or nobody can understand it, like a decoder ring, like A is
Yeah.
1, B is 2, 3. So you make up uh this algorithm, an equation saying that if I put X or if I put a number into the one side, it's always going to be a number on the other side, depending on, you could have X plus Y equals 3 divided by yada, yada, you can make the algorithm crazy. But as long as you do the algorithm, you're going to get the same answer every single time. So that's kind of probably like really bad way of explaining cryptography, but
Hey, it works.
and then so all that's going on is people transferring data, and this data is being cryptographically secured, and what's being transferred is a ledger. Bitcoin is just a distributed ledger. um, I send you coins, everybody knows about it. You send me coins, everybody knows about it. We just broadcast the transactions to everybody, and whoever's on the network has to be doing these hash functions, which we were talking about the algorithm. You'll hear the algorithm described as a hash function, cryptographic hash function. Um, you look into it, and it's just turning A into 1, B into 2, or different, variables of that. And
Mm-hmm.
so through this secure network, it was actually built off of the internet and what runs the internet, which is SHA-256, Standard Hashing Algorithm 256. That means 256 bytes of code go into that, or are described by this code. SHA-2, SHA-2 was a 2-bit code, and it was developed by the Navy, I believe, or the Secret Service, Army, military back
Those
in
are
the 40s. And so
encryption codes, right?
right. That's
Okay,
just an algorithm saying that if you put one number in, you're going to get this number on the other side, like a cipher.
because I'm
And
That
learning
you
so
this
can't
stuff.
figure out yourself.
this guy, Satoshi Nakamoto, who we don't know who it is,
Oh, I heard about
still
that guy.
still anonymous, started going on this public messaging board 4chan, 4CHAN. It's just an IRQ posting channel where people can get on and leave a message. It's one of the most basic things of the internet, and people get back and forth and talk to each other. So in the 80s and 90s, people started kind of working on this. PayPal tried to do it. Elon Musk tried to do it, but so in 2008, when the banking crisis hit, all these huge corporations are getting bailed out by the government. Bitcoin was launched, and in the first block, you can write data into this. You can write words and letters into it. There's actually a love letter written into a Bitcoin blockchain, and actually a virus too. I think somebody put a computer virus into it. So if you don't have certain like antivirus on your computer, I think if you have antivirus before 2008, you'll think you might get like a virus from it. But anyway, everybody should be fine with computers nowadays. It's crazy too, because it's on the internet, and the internet can't be destructed. So you can't break the internet unless you take out every single circuit that exists on the world at the same time.
Yeah,
and all the
that's impossible.
So right. And okay, so Bitcoin, there's only going to ever be 21 million created. That's written into the code. And some of it's already been lost. Like we got somebody on here that said they've lost. Now think about everybody else who lost their passwords or computers or
millions and millions of dollars have been lost already. There was a guy who read about $2 million he lost.
There's already 18 million Bitcoin been created already. So if a lot of it's already lost, a lot of it's already been created. This is why you're seeing this upswing now in the popularity of it. I mean, it's been available since, for a little while now, at least a decade. But usability of it compared to, because, we just saw our dollar, what happened to the dollar in February, March, April. They printed as much money as in existence. You can't do that with cryptocurrency. It's something we're all, consensus is something that we all have. We all know, or we all can have an idea what blue is, or what the word stop means, or so this is common consensus. And economy, trade should align those same things to have a beneficial system. Like a dollar, or whatever you're worth, should be able to be traded without any permission. I don't need to ask anybody. If I make something and it's not harming anybody, I don't need to ask anybody, get anybody's permission to sell that. And nobody should have to ask or get anybody's permission to buy it. That's free market. That's the way we've been doing things before laws. So it's not going to stop. But Bitcoin is a way to transact transparently without permission. So nobody can tell me yes or no or nothing. And there's also so you like savings accounts, you like trading stocks, like day trading, you like any of these economic things. You want to build something, you want to put your house, marketplace, you want to put music on the blockchain. That's all cryptocurrency is a blockchain. It's an information system, a new database. It's just a new database. Like, sorry, I'm gonna get off. I'm been going on.
No, I'm listening. It's a huge database.
Mic drop. Look up
Just Todd.
Look up the Bitcoin white paper. Read that for at least, read the first couple paragraphs at least, if you don't want to get into the transaction and how things are scripted. But it's all open source. You can go and see how the thing works.
No, I'm with you, because the Bitcoin, when I first ran across it, I was running across things like the deep web, and as well for like reporters to send money to countries where the government didn't want to not reporters but like people that's trying to help people in countries, and the government is like stopping the money from coming to them because they're trying to control it and do all this certain ways, or the
Sure.
people that's doing missionary trips or reporters and people that's going out in other countries and stuff, they're able to send them money in all these rough situations, or even like in situations where the currency of the time is run by another country that's not even like how France rules a lot of countries in Africa and stuff like that. Like they can come up with people been coming up with their own form of currency in order to trade and actually make things happen instead of just
Right.
being poor and relying on some government, a government that's really oppressing them for their money. Because like how you were saying with the federal government, they can print out as much money as they want, and then just say, well, this is how much it's worth now. Well, this is how much it's worth now. With Bitcoins and stuff, it's like, wait, we all got this like agreement on this algorithm. All hail the algorithm that can't change and stuff like that. Like, and we all can see what's going on. And then
Right. It's
yeah,
not something, some backwater, backdoor deal. Hey, saying one thing and doing another. No, it's right there. You can't take that shit back. There's no chargebacks with Bitcoin. You fucking spend that shit, it's gone.
trust me, I was in a Bitcoin casino one time. But yeah, the freedom to buy anything is because we conscious folk over here. As we say, we ain't conscious folk. We beyond conscious folk. But being able to have the freedom in reality comes with not just using, for me, not just getting into one form of currency. Like how people say, "Oh, I got euros," or "I got a foreign money." How rappers be saying, like, "Y'all don't even know about that foreign money." Like this is a whole nother stage. Like y'all don't even know about them coins, them cryptos. Because in the future, you see how Cyberpunk 2077 is, how the future is, and the freedom that's in there, and people able to do like things that they want to. So with all those grades of people coming out, people gonna want to trade. And like you see how now because of Trump, how personalities popping out where they're saying, "Hey, this is the way I am. This is the way I talk. Like this is how I choose to move and stuff like that." There's gonna be so many different people that's choosing to move different ways. And I bring up the government and Trump and stuff because is the government hopefully, I mean, I can just see the government seeing how things is gonna go. Like, man, people gonna do this, people gonna do that. Like we got the crime for like the police and stuff for how you know how it we got the police and stuff to keep the duty and do all the crazy shit that we need them to do, or the protection stuff that we need them to do. And but as well, people are going to be doing all of these different type things. Like in Star Wars, more example. Y'all saw Star Wars. Like the Jedi was supposed to be the police and stuff like that, but they wasn't going around doing everything all the time. Like things was allowed to exist. Like when they was in the bar, they had a shootout in the bar. The cops didn't just come because that was that kind of bar. But as well, like trading and stuff for trade and forms of currency. The more we open it up in consciousness, the more we're going to change things around. And we're not the only
Well,
ones doing this.
probably
Mm-hmm.
because you could access, you'd be like somebody like Yoda could just remote view that shit and see exactly what happened. If you have a certain level, of stewardship towards the people around you in a police type situation, yeah, I don't think policemen should go away. I like having a secure if shit has to happen, but that's only in this kind of community. If we're in
Mm-hmm.
a more telepathic to where you can sense things, and it wasn't like fucking going to LA and then you're gonna get shot down by you're going to a church, you're watching Batman and now somebody's firing on you. Like, what are you just gonna carry your gat everywhere and just be ready to fire up? And like, I mean, I guess that's a way, but I don't know.
Yeah. The way we set society up, they're only going to change when things open up more. Like you said, with telepathy and like really knowing what's going on. And I think that's what Elon going to push with his Neuralink and stuff. Because I'm just getting hints because he was saying that in his speeches. Like we'll be able to know what each other is thinking and stuff like that.
If there's a way that you could speed up the communication process with external device like we're doing right now through a phone or computer or internet, then shit, we've got to take it, it's not all good. It's going to be some kind of bad. I mean, this stuff did come from the earth, we did mine it out and then people made it. So the way things are happening probably can be changed, but the thing itself probably isn't.
No, the thing
good or
itself is
bad.
just, it's just the evolution. Just the evolution. Ain't good or bad. It's just the process of time. Process of time. Because, you're right. The society that we grew up in right now it's set up for all the police and stuff to happen to begin with. I was watching, I've been listening to the Chaos book with about Charles Manson.
Okay.
And they was on the Is that Piano Key? Hey.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on before I go into Charles Manson? Thanks for coming on through.
So it's a chaos book about Charles Manson?
Oh, yeah. And that was the name of the program that was by the US government. And that was they wanted to go inside of hippie groups and the Black Panther groups and stuff like that and blend in with them just to disrupt their message and cause chaos. And it's breaking down all the lawyer cases and this reporter that spent like 35 years breaking down the case. But now yesterday I was on the chapter about the 60s and the hippies and the free love movement. And they was talking about Charles Manson like kind of being the product of the times. And this guy doing an experiment with amphetamines, LSD, and rats. And it was wild because the Ty was talking to me and it was like, yo, this is why scientists study mice because of the behavior patterns. It's kind of similar. But he was giving mice LSD and amphetamines in close quarters, like when they all grouped up together and alone. And he was seeing the effects of them on the mice. And he was seeing how it caused them to attack each other when they gave them the amphetamines and they was in the group. But if they did it and they weren't in a group, it was a whole different story. And then he was giving them I don't remember all the details, but as well he was giving them LSD, and it kind of like made them just look around everywhere. Just made them look around everywhere and like be curious about stuff. That was pretty funny. But the amphetamines, because that's what was going around too. It was the speed heads and it was the LSD heads back in the day. And Charles Manson and them, they was into the speed, and then Charles Manson convinced all of them to be in the LSD, but then later they got back into the speed and did all the killings and stuff. And all of this is relevant because all of this went into why they made psychedelics legal in the first place, the US government. Because all this stuff was going on, people was looking out and being scared, like, oh, Charles Manson, he got these girls, and they got this camp out, and they take a lot of LSD, and then they went out and killed these people, and they had all these wild theories, group sex, or we're not the body, or killing ain't really what it seems, and it was wild because they was killers for sure, but they they had a lot of other personality traits about them because they was interacting with the substance. But these people that was put on the face, they was going to jail and stuff all their life. This what the guy was finding. But somehow the government was on their side and they was always able to be released. So it's like the government been working with these people to build up a scene in order for us to make the Psy Tai Podcast and stuff. So we got to break the stigmatism. Yeah, it's a wild story because everybody he was running into and trying to get more details about the case, like high profile celebrities, ex-CIA agents, or like who they friends would say, oh, I think this guy was in the CIA posing as a hippie and stuff like that. And CIA is only supposed to deal with foreign relations, like stuff overseas. But J. Edgar Hoover around the time, and Ronald Reagan, no, J. Edgar Hoover, he believed that the hippies was being funded by communists from other countries. So he was like, hey, we're going to stop this. We're gonna stop this right now. So they have all these secret programs, all the way down to even stopping the Black Panthers. I was like, man. And that because Charles Manson was a racist and he didn't like the Black Panthers. He always thought they was trying to kill him and stuff like that. So it was a lot of that's what was, and he was talking about race wars and everything. So it's a lot of shit that was popping off for like barely no reason. Like, well, not for no reason, but because the government did a good job at mixing up with the message of what was going on around the times. There was a lot of awesome studies that was benefiting people. Then they shut that shit down. There's a lot of LSD therapeutic sessions that was breaking generational curses, bringing about new sciences, new arts that we all still enjoy to today. I was listening to Joe Rogan for like 10 minutes. He was on our Shafir channel, and he was talking about why he like muscle cars. And he was like from the 60s and 70s, like a Pacific year. And I always hear people talk about muscle cars from the Pacific year and stuff. He's like, because they was tripping on acid. He said, look at the shape and the designs and the way it's all pieced together. They was tripping. These are the best cars. Like when people really, some people that's into cars would say that, into all those kind of cars. There was a lot of cool things going on. And now we bringing it back out because we all diving in. And we're gonna be coming out with all these different arts, ideas, and action, businesses, ways of communication, turning it to tie communications. The way we tie, the way we tie changes how we survive. I'm just riffing, guys. I'm just riffing. Just tie. Wait, I gotta hit this song. Just tie,
You know you're right.
just tie, just tie. Just tie. That's why I'm getting into these buttons so I could just press it. Like hit it one time. I wish y'all could hear it on the Discord though, but if y'all on the YouTube, y'all can hear it. I hit the wow button. Yeah. You wrote Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica launches the world magic mushroom center. Oh, that's the name of it. I was looking like the world's first magic mushroom center. I was like, where is the
Yeah,
lie?
I thought my mind started reading that too. It was like,
we're on the
That's not
internet
true.
too much. We know the programming. Like this is the template. Go ahead. Rudy finally woke up. Waking up 11 o'clock. Oh, I heard about this. I was
Temple in
talking to
Jamaica?
some people that's from Jamaica. I don't know if it's a temple. Well, yeah, we can call it that.
Mushroom Fortress.
That's for some reason I was thinking of like a fort in the house with pillows and stuff.
What's that one that Alex Gray made? He made one of those DMT temples. What does
Oh
he
no,
call it?
that one is extreme.
Yeah. They have a name for that too, though. Wasn't they called it? Like, oh man, I'm forgetting.
I don't know the name. This
Cosm.
one here, Cosm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they call their channel, Cosm. But the building is like, I think something. Look it up.
I can't remember the name of the building.
I think it's called Chapel of Mirrors, or is that just the business?
Googling now. Say Cosm, like COSM.
The Temple of Sacred Mirrors.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Always wanted to go there. I don't know where that is. I gotta look that up too.
New York.
It's in New York. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's closed right now because of COVID though, but they be doing dope shit up there.
Right? I love
They got
Alex
a
Gray.
mushroom cafe.
Alex Gray used to do some morbid ass fucking street exhibits in New York. Before he got, before he did DMT, he used to do
Yeah.
some fucking morbid shit.
He looks kind of like a crypt keeper or something.
I know.
you gotta do your shadow work.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta work.
Hey, she speaks to snakes. Sneaking on in,
What's up,
snaking on in.
God? Hey, sneaking sneaking in. Yo, Charles Manson. Yo, I did a report in a criminal minds class in psychology, and I
Mm-hmm.
always try to look for like the total opposite of like whatever the fuck we've been taught, right? And yo, the one of the women that was killed, I believe the pregnant woman that was killed, that they said Charles Manson did it or whatever.
Yeah.
The mother goes to visit Charles Manson to this day and discusses his innocence. She believes he did not have any part in killing her daughter. One, two, yo, these people, Charles Manson, he went through lifetimes of like child abuse and torture, right? So like the CIA and how they operate
Nope. CIA
when they're
cut you
mad
out. There you
young,
go.
and they groom them through torture.
Yeah.
And so the story that the research that I came upon was like, yo, he was just a CIA groomed person to play this role. They played him. They even gave him the land that he had his commune on. He wasn't even paying for that shit. That was free
Yeah.
land. And it
Yep.
was right next to like the CIA. Like they had a
Yeah.
building and it was on their land. And they're like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? This is crazy. And then everybody who is involved in that case is dead. Like even after
Yeah.
people went to jail, like lawyers that were involved were murdered. So there was murders still happening after everybody had been arrested. Isn't that shit
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah. The story they
So
trying to tell us.
interesting.
You say you wrote a whole report on that?
Yeah. Well, what I was
Mm.
saying was that what we know to be true is not true. So
Mm-hmm.
what you guys were saying that it was involved in like a cover up because people were starting to live off of the land. They were starting to let go of the matrix system at that time. So they had to create a Psy app to get the people to believe that this music, the Beatles, the Helter Skelter,
Right.
the Charles Manson type of build a commune, have a cult or whatever, freedom loving thing is, scary. So people won't do it. So they captured people and brought them back into the system.
There's danger out there. Let us protect you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let Big Brother handle these murderers we've created. And I believe one time the CIA dropped, like, they're just fucking insane. They dropped LSD in the water as an experiment one time. And then a couple of times they dropped like mad burners and drugs off, like in the most poverty stricken places in Cali, and just like
Yeah.
left them there to see what people would do.
Mass human
Like those
experiment
pallets of bricks that were showing up at the protests.
during the riots. Mm-hmm. No, causing the riots to be a riot, not a protest. Sneaky people. Or as they say in Jamaica, straight Babylon people. But yeah, that's what's happening. I mean, been happening. And yeah, I'm thinking of the CIA and stuff with Charles Manson and the how he used to say he had a lot of friends. The people that used to talk to him say, I had a lot of friends. I don't really have to pay for anything. And just like you said, he was protected. He was locked up a bunch of times, and he was always let go, brought to different probation officers. And there was this one time they was trying to get to Mexico, and like this, the federal government, his was like telling his parole officer he couldn't leave, but his parole officer was like helping him out and became his best friend and stuff like that. Like everybody was working for somebody else.
Wow,
And just trying to
that's
see,
so
yeah.
crazy. Yeah, somebody was getting paid. Even Jim Morrison. I love Jim Morrison since a little girl. I love the Doors, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Jim Morrison's father was like a head guy in the military too. So I was even reading saying that like a lot of like Jim Morrison or the Doors could possibly also have been another CIA attempt, you know.
Oh, he was born on my birthday, December 8th. Jim
Oh,
Morrison.
happy belated.
Thanks, thank you.
Man, do you always feel like you
29.
get shaded because of Christmas. My daughter's is on the 3rd, and I always be like, because Christmas is right there, you know.
Yeah, it all blends in. But my mom's birthday is right after mine, and she likes to party, so she made
Oh
something.
no.
No, that means they're gifts.
Mhm.
Ty's a gift.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we ain't scared of nobody now. I'm thinking of the government and moving forward, because now we talking. We got the internet, we got things recorded out there,
Yeah.
and we got these mushrooms and psychedelics back in our own hands. We listened to I listened to people on the internet that was back in, like Terrence McKenna was alive back then. He had to survive through all of that and then preach the message he wanted to preach. Say, hey, man, the mushroom.
Dissolves
um,
boundaries.
Yeah, he was in Berkeley. I was thinking about he was in Berkeley in California around the same times of the Charles Manson and all of that. In Berkeley, I'm finding out how important Berkeley was as a school to the movement and the wisdom and ideas and stuff spreading around. Because they was the ones they was the college that was doing all the psychedelics. Put all this psychology and everything was there.
I wonder if Vladimir Putin has done shrooms. Kind of random, but I was just thinking about that.
Uh-huh. It
Or
do look like
Trump
he
smoked
always out of this
DMT.
world. I don't know.
Trump's hair would stand straight up if he hit DMT.
I was listening to Obama talk about Putin on to this comedian. He was saying he runs the country like that's what he's supposed to be doing all his life. Like he was born for that role.
Yeah.
Like this is my
He
country.
talk about grooming. They groomed him, I think, since a fucking young kid too.
Oh yeah, in order for him to have the attitude he got now, the charisma.
Yeah, we
People
don't see
look
the
up for
people
him
who
in
are in
this
power.
country. No. We just see the baby they put forward.
Russia's run by a whole bunch of billionaires, just like we are, and the presidents and all that are just guys to look at on TV.
Trust me, anybody out there take some shrooms or not condoning the use of illegal or legal drugs, but I took some shrooms and I was watching the news and all I was able to do was laugh because they look like literal animals.
They're scripted. They're freaking ridiculous. I watched the 2016 debate between Clinton and Trump when I was fucking on a bunch of DXM. That shit was hilarious. That shit was so fucking funny. I don't know what it just seemed like they were robots.
It seemed to me like how cartoons, when they make them animals and they be having a news reporter and stuff and they be serious, but they be like, yo, this is a whole lion talking, or like they really serious, or the way they was moving and pronouncing they words and stuff so they gripped your attention in like a news reporter type way. Like why all news reporters talk the same? It's like they study a script. Even I heard this in a comedian. Even white people learn how to talk like white reporters. Like, hey,
You
today.
gotta talk super white.
So it's a whole business. It's a whole game. And that's why even in comedians, and if you're trying to make your own show, but your mind is still not that lucid, you'll start talking like a reporter just because you think that's going to get the people attention. That's what got your attention.
50,000 people died today in the worst tragedy the world has ever seen. That shit is so crazy.
Seriously. Just say, hey, yo, 50,000 people. What? 50,000 people died today. It hurts my heart. They just like, can you believe it? Like,
About
what?
100 people a day are dying in Florida just from corona.
Hey,
100 a day.
it's like that now?
Yeah, I mean, it's in like 3 or 4 counties that it's happening in, though. It's not happening across the whole state.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like 100 people. It's like from the big, like Jacksonville and fucking Miami, big cities.
But that's
Shit's
why we
bad
need
there.
That's why we need big numbers though, so we can see what's going on. It's just like we said, we can say it's bad, but what's the numbers, the population density, there's so much going on. That's why when they take them
The
census
Earth
and
needs to
stuff,
get rid of some of the people, though. It kind of does. Sucks to think about, but we are tearing this shit up. Less of us would be better.
I would just say the
It's
Earth
just
is
the way that
always
things would
killing
be
people.
done.
Yeah,
There,
shit could be done in a different way, and we could manage, but there's greed.
Yeah, I would say the Earth is always killing people, but now like the story has it going this way, like in that sense
Hmm.
of the overarchness of chaos and stuff. But then
Yeah.
when you win it and stuff, it's like, yeah, you can go different ways. Like that, they even took Kalindi. And that's how Kalindi transferred to another universe. He took that
Hmm.
on his record. I went from COVID.
If anyone
Wow.
was more ready to go, it was him.
Yeah.
He said it, man. He says that shit.
But hey, man, you gotta accept things as they come. He was already on that 30-gram level of letting things come. And we always on that level too. Each in our own personal reality. So hey man, we got this. Hey, you never know how we come back. So anybody out there fearing corona and stuff, just keep your immune system strong. That's the best
Yeah.
earthly advice I can say. Keep your immune system strong and stay smiling every day. Smile for some reason. Get the balance
right.
in. Gotta have some kind
Vitamin
of
C and
balance.
zinc and oil of oregano, all that shit is good for your immune system.
Hey, sorry, you said those people are cold. They probably didn't want to lose ends. You think the voice changer on again? What the? Why does that keep happening? I think I got some shortcut set up by accident. So when I press like G or something like that, it changes. But I have to have this voice changer thing on so I can click the clean vocal. Because if I don't, y'all only hear me out of one microphone. So I gotta like rig the system so it can come out of both. I mean, speaker. Both microphones. Come out of both speakers. Oh, here it is. It was on B. I had a hotkey for B. Let's delete that so that don't happen again. Thanks, Venom Bang. Thanks, Venom Bang. There we go. We back. New tech. Guys, gotta experience it so I can know how it works.
Bro, I went to go to my one field and I was almost there and I seen a truck driving around out there in the distance. I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, I was
And
just out looking for some mushrooms too this morning. There was none
there's
there.
people in the back of the truck too, so I know they were out there just picking up everything because it's their property. So they're probably like, hell yeah.
I thought you were gonna say they ran them over or something, not knowing what they was doing.
I think they were picking them.
I had
And they
hit up
used the
my
truck.
spot.
They
I hit
used the
up once a
truck so
year. It
the
wasn't
damn
there though.
they use the truck so the damn cows don't charge them. So they kind of just walk alongside the
What?
truck while they're picking them and throwing them to their buddies in the back.
So the cows won't charge them.
Yeah.
That's
The cows get
something new in
mad because they
mushroom
eat
picking.
shrooms too.
The holy cow. Holy cow.
There's people still picking like right now, and it's had 2 cold fronts come through. It's crazy how they're still growing.
Man,
I haven't
they
seen
need to
this in
pop
years.
up. People need them.
Hmm.
They're like, here
Especially
we go.
in this town.
Here we go. Hey, you
People
hear
need
about
some sleep around here.
Yeah, that's what really help you rest. Rest at a lot of different parts of life. So you're not that high anxiety. Or you're like, man, what is going on? Like, I gotta do this,
These
I gotta do
people
that.
around here are always on Adderall and meth and all tweaked out and fucking high strung, and it's crazy.
Dang, yeah, that's a whole nother world.
Yeah, I don't even
Meth.
want no part of it.
Yeah, that really keep you up for 3 days. No sleep.
Make you
Keep
nice
you
and
in this
psychotic
world.
too.
But imagine
Shit'll
being up
make
in this
you
world.
crazy.
Yeah. Not being able to handle what's going on. It needs some kind of grounding, as we put it. Hey, y'all hear this? There's a frog that's a half robot.
Mm-mm.
Random sec. It's the let me bring this up. It's called a xenobot. They calling it. It says the world's first living self-healing robot created from frog stem cells.
Frogbot.
That's trippy.
Yo,
Frogobot.
it came out January 14th. Frog. It is trippy. Like
It's called a
I am
ribot.
A rip-off.
All right, scientists. Sorry, that ribot just keep running through my head. Scientists, scientists have created the world's first living self-healing robots using stem cells from frogs, named xenobots after the African clawed frog Xenopus levis, from which they take their stem cells. The machines are less than a millimeter, 0.04 inches wide, small enough to travel inside human bodies. Why they mention that? They can walk in. What are you barking for? Chill out, Rudy. Hey. All right. These are entirely new forms, said the entirely new life forms, said the University of Vermont, which conducted the research with Tufts University Island Discovery Center. Stem cells are unspecialized cells that have the ability to develop in different cell types. The researchers scrapped living stem cells from frog embryos and then left them to incubate. Then the cells were cut and reshaped into specific body forms designed by a supercomputer, forms never seen in nature, according to a news release from the University of Vermont. The cells then begin to work on their own. Skin cells bonded to form structure, while pulsing heart muscle cells allowed the robot to move on its own. Whoa. The Xenobots even have self-healing capabilities. When the scientists sliced into one robot, it healed itself and kept moving. Like, what the fuck you doing, bro? These are novel living machines. Oh, look at that novel word, that Terrence McKenna word, novel experiences. Said Joshua Bongard, one of the lead researchers at the University of Vermont in the blah blah blah. They're neither a traditional robot nor a known species of animal. It's a new class of artifact, a living programmable organism. This should have been in the big news. Xenobots don't look like traditional robots. They have no shiny gears or robotic arms. Instead, they look more like a tiny blob of moving pink flesh. The researchers say this is deliberate. This biological machine can achieve things typical robots of steel and plastic cannot. Tell us. Traditional robots degrade over time and could produce harmful ecological and health side effects, researchers said in a study. I forgot I gotta read this because this is on Spotify, guys. So check out all the previous streams, download, which was published Monday in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. As biological machines, xenobots are more environmentally friendly and safer for human health. The xenobots could potentially be used
Write down
towards
some
a host
stuff you
of
want at the
tasks.
grocery store. That's all right, bro.
Oh, it's all right. The xenobots could potentially be used towards a host of tasks, according to the study, which was partially funded by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Oh, there go that government again. Oh, it says it right there. Yeah, a federal agency. I was about to Google it just to prove it to y'all. A federal agency that oversees the development of technology for military use. Yeah, that's what I was not scared of.
I seen one where they microchipped the beetle, bro. I seen one where they microchipped the beetle and they could tell it to turn left, turn right, everything. It's fucking crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, no way. They just use it has a little wire that runs through its eye into its brain. And it tells it to turn left or turn right or keep going straight. It's crazy as hell.
Wow. I wonder what the beetle thinks. Like, does the beetle think it's thinking it? Does the beetle think it's choosing its decisions? Or does it know?
I don't know. I was
Oh,
thinking,
man.
the spirit of the frog was like it came about to make that person operate it like that. Like, man, I'm tired of doing things on my own, or I want to see how it is if this human put a robot in my brain. I don't know. Because it had to, or did it just like, oh, what is going on now? Now I have superpowers, or I mean, not superpowers. I'm thinking of the dog on Rick and Morty that got all the tech, but oh, they could control me. I don't know. So that's a whole story. It's gonna be a lot of stories coming out of the Tide side. It say xenobots can be used to clean up radioactive waste, collect microplastics in the ocean, carry medicine inside human bodies, or even travel into our arteries to scrape out plaque. The xenobots can survive in aqueous environment. Is that like water environments without additional nutrients for days or weeks? What is? Yeah, containing water, typically a solvent or medium. Aside from these immediate practical tasks, the xenobots could also help research to learn more about cell biology, opening the doors to future advancement in human health and longevity. It can make 3D biological forms. If we can make 3D biological forms on demand, we could repair birth defects, reprogram tumors from normal tissue, regenerate. Yeah, they saying all this stuff about helping people with diseases. That's always the thing with technology that's groundbreaking. We can use it to help the disabled. It may all sound like something from a dystopian sci-fi movie, but the researchers say there is no need for alarm. The organisms come preloaded with their own food source of lipid and protein deposits, allowing them to live for a little over a week, but they can't reproduce or evolve yet. Remember when they said the Anunnaki story when they said we couldn't reproduce or something like that, and now they can have babies. How, however, their lifespan can increase to several weeks in nutrient-rich environments. Although the supercomputer, a powerful piece of artificial intelligence, plays a role in building these robots, it's unlikely that the AI could have evil intentions. They're gonna put in quotations, unlikely that the AI could have evil intentions. At the moment, though, it could be difficult to see how AI could create human harmful organisms any easier than a talented biologist with bad intentions could. That's heavy. What y'all gotta say about that? How do y'all tie on that right there? That was a lot of information.
I agree.
Martin, you said that's wild. Just this morning, I was learning and working on frog pose, doing body mechanic work with the intention in mind and what I'm doing in regenerating my body. The sink is real. The sink is real. The sink is real. These videos are teaching you to do it. Oh, we're probably next. These videos are teaching you to do it on YouTube. I agree with that. Yeah, cause the fact let's start at the top. That it's an artificial intelligence creating it. No human hands, no human mind at work. Something that was created that has a mind of its own, so to speak, has a mind of its own. So it's tapped into the conscious field. If we want to put some science words behind it, it is able to do things on its own, able to think on its own. I was to say breathe on its own, but this breathing is having the electrons go through it and stuff like that. Just keep me plugged up. But now it's creating something that's self-replicating. I remember hearing something in the past about self-replicating nanobots and that being the thing that was going to be out and popular, and then people being scared of it because they can like take over things and self-replicate things like that. The same thing that I'm hearing now. This is similar to
That's what the
the story.
coronavirus. That's what the vaccine has those in it.
It has what?
self-replicating nanobots.
Oh. Hey, but if that's why, hey guys, I'm just telling you. I was talking about Bill Gates. Is that why he's so into it? Vaccines,
Probably.
like this got something to do with computers.
I'll turn people into computers.
I'll turn you for sure. You know that attitude gotta be in him just because of his just because of what he able to do. Even if he comes off as extra humble, it's always some balance. He got a lot of influence and power, and probably like y'all just won't understand. Yeah, like wild boy. When people be saying, "Oh, you just won't understand why I'm doing this, so just let me go about my business. Sit tight." But yeah, being able to recreate these things, and they say it's going to help. Like they say in here, they want to have it in medicines and eventually to help to help target parts of the body. But the parts of that I was tying on was the robots, like literally creating this shit, the AI and stuff. And I'm thinking now of the AI creating medicines and stuff that we haven't been able to come up with, like even different from this. Yeah, man. They say it's alien tech for a reason. Yet we see the alien is our friend.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. Alienware. Everybody's always been right in our face. And then
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, what is the alien? What would the alien look like? Would you even know if it was already here in the first place? What form would it come in? Would it come in of? And you say how it always comes in a form that you I was about to say appreciate, but I appreciate anything. But you able to handle, come in a form that you're able to handle in your psyche at the time, in the moment. And like, what if this the way that it was able to? Like, we was able to come down as the alien, however you want to twist it around, so that it
Exactly.
can't come down in the form of computers and AI. And it's like, we're here. We told you so. Like, how you thought we was gonna look? Surprise.
Like that movie Contact, remember in the dream state when she meets the aliens and they appear to her as a dream state and to her as her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
that's
That's
one
like
of
my
my
favorite scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like a total DMT trip.
It is.
One time when I had sleep paralysis, man, it kind of looked like the outline of an extraterrestrial. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you holding me down? I can't breathe right. And I was totally frozen, but half awake and half asleep is the weirdest shit ever. I feel like they're trying to kill you.
I used to
I
have this
heard of
reoccurring dream where I was in elementary school. When I was a kid, I used to have this dream, and my dream would be I'd be walking down to the swing sets on my playground, and then I would like look to the side, and I would see something that didn't fit in the reality, and it would just freeze up. I would have instant like sleep paralysis, and the whole dream would freeze up, and I knew it was the aliens, and I was like, oh, what the heck? But I was like a kid, so I'm like, how do I didn't know I was having, how I'd even have those thoughts, but I did.
Yeah.
It's trippy.
Yeah.
I think so much happened to us that we just forgot. Like how we see how fast we could forget a mushroom trip or what happened 3 weeks ago. Like memory, like when I was watching you ever see the movie? Oh man, it just escaped me. It was an old Disney movie where a boy was taken into a ship by a computer. I mean, by a alien ship,
Flight
and
of the Navigator. Another of my
yeah,
favorite movies.
flight. Yeah, that movie.
Flight
That
of the Navigator.
when I saw
that.
that,
Yeah.
I was like, that happened to me. Like, it was just in my mind. Like, I had memories. I was like, wait a second, this happened before. It was not the oddest experience. I'm just trying to relate. It was the coolest experience.
I was listening to
wow.
this guy on Coast to Coast AM. He was talking about how our government has bio robots that look like extraterrestrials that they can put in fake UFOs that we have and everything, just to start like wars or disrupt shit, all kinds of stuff. he's talking about.
Damn.
I seen one video, the Turkish UFO. You can see a little alien standing there in the ship, and that's what probably one of those bio robots. Fucking trippy.
They do say the grays and stuff, like in the reports of people in their UFO experiences, say the grays are some kind of computer that was sent by the aliens, well, like overlords.
Yeah, I think they're what I think they are is just little cyborgs that are fucking doing research for a race like us that's more advanced.
Mm-hmm. Why not? Look
Right.
at all the cases. I was watching
they
the
all
video.
look the damn same, you know?
Uh-huh. And this what a lot of people been reporting. It's a new Joe Rogan podcast where he's interviewing these two guys that make this new documentary called The Phenomena.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it just came out, and it's about a lot of UFO experiences and people cases and classified files and stuff that documents that we supposedly never saw before, and that was hidden and things like that. You know how it goes. You know how the story go. But this guy, he's saying he only talking about it because he's seeing how the current is changing and people coming out talking about UFOs, even in science, how the science is changing into looking into different dimensions and stuff. So he's like, I'm seeing how the current is changing. So this is like the only reason I'm talking about making this documentary and stuff, like feeling comfortable about it. But he's a real cool guy.
The UFOs that come as orbs and stuff and flashes of light, I think they're just from the other dimensions, and that's how we see them when they come here. You know, just like they probably see us as a ball of light when we smoke DMT and go into their dimension. You know what I mean? Like, it's not visible to our eye until we smoke. their whole universe of shit, you know.
In the book that I'm working on, it was in the I wrote this about like 5 years ago, but I just started working on the nursery rhyme versions of it, and I finished the first one. I was up for it took like 12 hours of work up to 2:30 in the morning. The Adventures of Tussle Bay. But in the novel version, one of the parts he goes into under the bed and then finds out that the monsters under his bed is not really monsters, it's like an invitation to another world and stuff like that. But they talk to this spirit. I'm just going to use iffy terms around because this is not the term I use in the book, but they use the spirit god over there is talking to him, but they can't recognize who he is at first because they don't have the mental ability to conjure him up, so they just see him as like a ball of light, like a light thing. And then in the different chapters he start appearing to them as different archetypes that I'm gonna come up with, that I got like mapped out and stuff for the story to make sense to me. But yeah, it's he started off as a ball of light, but then once they learn how to use their magic and stuff more, like they mind how to use their mind, they able to make him appear or make the thing appear and actually see what's going on. But it's still up to different interpretations, but they not going to know that until the end.
Ever since I seen an orb, and ever since then I've been digging UFOs.
Yeah, I
That
filmed
shit was
one
so
in the
weird.
sky. Where you see one at? How was your
Right out
experience?
in the cow pasture, bro. Right in the cow pasture. I went outside to take a piss because kids were in the bathroom. And I go out there, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a red ball of light. I look over at it, and it shoots straight up into the sky and disappears. Just straight up. But fast as hell.
Any
And
sound?
just gone. Nope. Not a sound.
What time of day was it? If
It
I
was
missed
about
it, if you said it.
1:30 in the morning.
Oh wow!
The kids
So
were
it
up
was,
there playing. They played PlayStation all night, and one of them was in the bathroom. And I said, "I'll just go piss outside." And my house, there's a cow pasture right by it, and I look over there out of the corner of my eye. I didn't really look over there right away, but I seen that light, and when I looked, it's like it knew and just shot away.
How did you feel afterwards?
Huh?
How did you feel afterwards? Like what happened
Like
right after?
holy shit! I felt like holy shit. Am I hallucinating? But I know I wasn't. It felt weird, bro. I was like, man, I knew it.
I knew it.
I've been waiting to see one.
That's how I was, bro. Like I knew it. Exact feeling. Like it was a shock, but not really a shock. Like there we
Mhm.
go. Like yeah.
Yeah,
It
now when I
was.
go out, I'm always looking up.
Mm, that was the last time you seen one, like off of psychedelics.
No, I didn't. I was totally sober when I seen it.
No, I mean, was that the only one you seen? Not being on psychedelics.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I filmed one a couple of years ago now. I think it's been over a year and a half now, right outside my backyard. It was an orb, and I was going
Oh
through
yeah.
all the thoughts, but it was so slow that I was confused. I went through all the thoughts. Like, is it a balloon? Is it a drone? Is it all of that? Because I just wanted to ask all the conscious questions. Like, what is going on? But it was there for like 40 minutes, just slowly moving to the side. Then, but the angle that it was moving at and the way it was moving wasn't like random. It wasn't like up there and then down there. It was just like slow thing, slowly progressing, like in a arch in the sky. Like start from here, but then would like be behind my head, not just side to side, but like a curve going back. And then I brought all my neighbors outside too. I said, hey,
Mhm.
hey, I said, come look at this. I brought everybody at my house. I was like, hey, come look at this. I brought my daughter. I said, come look at this. I said, I didn't even say what it was. I said, what you think that is? What's that right there? And they all could not explain. They all could not explain.
I was on something that's like 4 ACO. It's 5 MEO MIPT, and it was me and my girl and a couple other people. We were on it. And it's pretty heavy hallucinogen. It's pretty cool, but it's more like tactile, like sensations. Like your body just feels crazy the whole time, but you do hallucinate and like shit's moving. And we went outside to smoke a cigarette, and there's just this red ball going across the sky, and then
Mm-hmm.
it went out. And then I was looking over like to where it would be because as fast I gauged it as fast as it was traveling, and I seen it turn back on, and it kept going and going and going until I couldn't see it anymore. And I looked it up online. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Because I thought I saw a UFO then. And they said it was some NASA testing some power source in a rocket, and that's why it was glowing red because it was releasing gas into the atmosphere. And you could, they said everyone could see it from New York to Florida, all the way across the East Coast. You could have seen it. I was like, whoa, that's tripped out. But I called people outside and I was like, look, 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 because I thought I was losing it. And they saw it too, and they weren't on shit.
Like you was on it and you saw it. You saying?
Yeah, yeah. And I just
But
had
you
to
was on
get some other people to check.
What was
And
you
then I
on
looked it
again?
up
Was you on
online.
4 ACO? You was on 4
It's
ACO?
no 5-MeO MIPT. It's just methyl isopropyl tryptamine. It's pretty cool. It's
Oh,
a
I never heard
RC.
of it. Oh,
It's good.
gotcha. And get you going.
Oh hell yeah,
I
that's
see.
nice.
But that's
Yeah,
wild how
it's
you
real
said that you
nice.
was able to see it, and then the people that wasn't on was able to see it at the same time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like the mind is doesn't works. Yeah, the way reality is stranger than fiction, as they say.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that fucking there's a lot of cool tryptamines they got that are research chemicals, man.
Hey, wait, Sue. And Sai said the
And
UFOs are chariots of Jesus, aka Yeshua, each to his own belief, no disrespect. Yeah, to each his own. Chariots of Yeshua. I never heard that story though. That hoodie looking
me
good,
either.
bro. Thanks, you, Sue. I mean, we Sue. Y'all can get y'all's on justtinow.com. Putting a lot of work on the website. But yeah, sorry, Rape. What you talking about?
It's alright.
Tying on?
Not just the UFO shit.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what I was talking about though. Oh, the research chemicals, yeah.
Yeah.
But any of them I've done, bro, they're like 90% harmless. Like almost all. Like the, I didn't feel bad the next day. Nothing. Just I had a good time. It's crazy why they're not illegal, bro. They're not like they don't make you go crazy hallucinating like you're gonna do something stupid.
Just a whole nother vibe, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only 29. I got infinite amount of years. I'm gonna experience all this stuff. What is it to be a human being? Humans get high.
Hmm.
We interact with plants around us. We mix them up, do some chemistry or some alchemy on it, and then see what happens. That's how we kind of probably created this in the first place. Remember how it's just like a random mistake. Like, oh man, we just created Earth, reality, dimension, blah 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 blah, and now here we are right now. Oh, thanks for the rap.
The site that I usually go to has San Pedro powder right now. I wanted to try that.
I ran into some I ran into some people in Chico that was really into cactus and stuff. They was talking about they peyote and the cactus and graphing it and everything. I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
something I want to get into. Native Americans is into it, and it's not something that gets you like wild and like
No,
it's a
it's
journey.
chill ass. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
mescaline tabs. I did mescaline pills before, bro, and they were fucking bomb. That shit was fun.
hey, so you said you saw the video of me picking wild shrooms. I ain't picked nothing. That's legal. I filmed them. But yeah, I went out looking for some this morning actually. The patch that usually pops up so I can make that yearly video. But the people they did some construction over the summertime, like even like before the summer, like last year kinda. So I think they messed up the patch. It's gonna take like probably another year to the mycelium to do what it do. Because it was the cyanescence, and those already take like a year to grow. So next year.
Yeah, I want to try this. So the azarescens.
Man, they're little spaceships for sure. While Sue, you said peyote just made me vomit. I didn't feel much from peyote.
What I did
Probably
was
took too much.
extract.
Extract. Yeah, that makes
It was
sense. Get a lot
extracted
in a little.
in the pills.
Uh-huh.
That was the straight mescaline hydrochloride.
I have a San Pedro cactus and I harvested it, but I didn't have enough to really get a good dose.
That's still wild. He was able to grow it and experience it at the same time. But no, it's wild. It's wild the amount of plants and stuff that go around. Cause yeah, you wonder how people. It's just ways of in reality. Like this is what humans always do. We eat food. I'm just thinking about us getting into all of these things as human beings, or not getting into it. Like I said, is what we always been doing. Even when it come down to eating certain foods to achieve certain states of consciousness. Like it keep our body a certain way and shape a certain way. That's a certain state of consciousness. So now having all of these going on, we really like working with reality. It's not just sitting on the couch getting high or none of the stuff the CIA has put out there through their chaos program to make the stigmatism seem like people that's taking care of their minds is wasting their time or wasting reality or looking for escapism or prone to violence or prone to dangerous relationships and stuff like that. But it's the complete well is when you work with yourself is the opposite. It's the opposite. It's a balanced spectrum, so to speak. Let's say that. It's a balanced spectrum of just being human, being us. And that's why I just feel so happy that we get to tie on these things together. Because then our environment is so diverse that we can turn right around to somebody next to us and they won't know what we're talking about. That's how diverse it is. So we created this space to meet up.
Oh, I gotta go to stupid Walmart. It's kind of entertaining that place sometimes, especially in Florida.
Yeah, you down there with all the wild folks, bro. People do whatever they want
Mm-hmm.
down there in Florida.
Yeah, shit's crazy sometimes. I just
You
feel
gotta
like
go.
filming it sometimes and sending it on the Discord, but it's just too much.
Just keep it moving.
Yeah,
Unless you make a worldstarhiphop.com page of your own.
yeah, because that's basically what it would be. A freaking redneck world star.
That website just popped into my mind yesterday. I forgot about this site. It was like somebody was talking about it. But yeah, I'm gonna end this show right here. We could keep talking on Discord. I'm gonna be on here, but I'm gonna end the show. Get to work on the website and finish that story up I was telling y'all about. A lot
Hell
of
yeah.
things coming forward. But thanks, Rate the Matrix for being part of the podcast.
Yeah, bro,
Psy Tai
anytime.
Podcast. And Wild Man Ninja. Exile 13. You got anything to say?
Thank you so much. Love tying it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I gotta go to Walmart. I'll holler at you later, bro.
All right, bro. Drive safe.
right,
Drive
peace.
safe.
See ya.
Hey, shouts to Weesu, Charles McPike, One Must. Oh, I didn't see you in there. Hey, Mario, bro. Yo. Oh, just for that. Just for that. Yeah. But I'm gonna get that soundboard more popping off more fluently too. This day one. Shouts to Sai Haho, Mario, Martin, Venom Bane, Verbot, Nikita, Dr. Triple Z, She Speaks to Snakes, was dropping by in the Discord as well, sharing some knowledge, some experiences. And I think that's everybody. Hey, this has been an awesome morning. Awesome morning, awesome night, awesome midnight special, whatever time this is coming at you. Thanks for taking part in this energy, enjoying this atmosphere, this conversation where we combine our minds with our hearts, seeing what our gut mind, see what our gut mind is saying, connect all those three circles and let whatever come out, just come on out. Again, check out the Just Todd Now website. Pick up some shirts or make an account on there, drop some memes by. Tell your story. I'm creating groups and stuff on there where you can tie and stuff so people can see what's really going on in stigmatism. It's still part of the chaos program, but this is the TIAS program. How to say the TIAS program. This is how we just tie. We just tie now.